days, a lot of weed, probably smoking more than what I was eating, actually, I must say. I just feel this energy just come upon me, feeling like the stars are talking to me. What are they saying? They're communicating something to me. And I'm just there on the pavement, on the road outside, and by now there's somebody in there. And she gave me one on that side of my face, and then back on the other side of my face. I snap out of it. What's wrong with you? I remember after she got naked, I must have called my sister and said, look, your sister's going on like a mad woman, come down here now. I apologized to them. I said, yeah, I'm so sorry, I think I just smoked too much weed. So this is the morning after that event now, and I'm feeling back to normal. I'm just calm and back to usual. I remember my sister coming over, and because we was all into our crystals and energy, into Mother Earth, grounding, she thought it would be a good idea for me to go up to Robbinswood Hill with her, spend time out in nature and just ground myself, take my shoes off and just be barefoot, So that's what we did. We went up to Robbinswood Hill, my sister and my friend, our friend. And however, what we thought would have been grounding for me actually did the opposite. I started to feel like I was getting light again, and I was hugging the trees and just feeling like creation is communicating with me again. The trees are trying to communicate with me. The bees are trying to communicate with me. And I can remember a bee going by, bzzz, and I'm like, hey Tracy, hey Tracy. Like I knew this bee, It sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy. It sounds so crazy. But that's what was going on with me. And I remember I had a crystal around my neck. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Is it pyrite? Peacock, something peacock. Peacock ore. And one of the benefits of the crystals at the time, what I thought was a benefit, was to open up your chakras. It opens up your chakras and it allows the energies to just pass, through you, send you light to clear your chakras and let the energy flow through you. So I can remember hearing my friends say, get that necklace off her. So they took the necklace off me because they felt like it's that necklace that was causing me to go back up with the fairies again, I'll call it. Up with the fairies. So they took it off me. And then they wanted to get me into a car, but I was just loving my time out in nature and a bit reluctant to go in the car, but I went with them. And it was when we got to my friend's house when the energy just started to shift for me. Previously I was feeling just good energies, everything's good. I'm feeling like I've won the lottery. I'm just at one with nature and everything's good. I'm love, I am light, everything's bliss. But then we go to my friend's house and I just start to feel like, oh no, something bad's gonna happen. Oh God, what's going on here? And I was trying to get away from there, to be honest with you. And I'd been to my friend's house loads of times, and loved spending time around her area. But for this time, I just did not want to be there. I did not want to be there. So I was trying to move away, that they was trying to, no, Jess, come here, stay here. But there were times I know there's certain things I can't remember, or there's only certain things there's only little blips of things. I remember being outside and looking up at the sun. I remember that day, it was glorious because the sky was so clear, the sun was beaming, it was hot, beautiful day. And I can remember just being outside and I just felt what I thought was the presence of God, because I just felt it so intensely. It was just like such a strong presence and it felt beautiful. And I remember holding up my arms and looking up to the sky and said, I can take some more, I can handle more, God, I can handle more. Like more of his spirit, more of his energy, more of his love, more of his power. I can handle it, give me more, give me more. And it was after that, when I went into my friend's flat, things changed. Things changed. I remember my sister and my friend, they had to run a bath for me because I was too far gone, into a different realm. So they ran a bath for me to get me into water, to try and just bring me back into my body, into the present, and just to, And however, you know, everything was calm and bliss still then, but these negative thoughts started to creep in, and I started to feel like these people are trying to kill me. My own sister and my friend, they're trying to kill me. I need to get out of here. And I started to just get very, very paranoid. And my friend says that I was kind of talking in riddles. And I can't remember what the riddles were, but there were some things that I was saying. It was almost like riddles or parables, you know? I can't really remember. And there were certain objects that would really stick out to me, and numbers. And I'd be like, they're trying to communicate something to me. What are they trying to communicate to me? Or I would just look at something and just know, like I just have this knowing that, that's what it means. This is symbolizing this, or, you know. It's just such an interesting thing to have gone through. And even now looking back, like hearing myself talk about it, I'm just like, wow, what actually took place? And that's why part of me now struggles with making sense of it, because what I thought was good probably wasn't. The energy that I thought was God probably wasn't, you know. But anyway, the story's not over yet. The story's not over. There's so much more that took place. So I'm feeling this negative energy creep in now, because my mind is starting to question what these people are actually trying to do. Are they trying to help me? Are they trying to kill me? I also felt like I was there in that area to rescue the children. In my mind now, what's taking place is the children in this area are being abused by paedophiles. So I remember going upstairs to her neighbour, letting myself into her door, or I can't remember if I knocked the door and she let me in. And she had a daughter, and I was talking to the mum, but in my mind I was thinking, no, I need to save the daughter because she's being abused. So I looked at her and I said, do you want to come with me? And she nodded her head. So it's interesting. I'm not saying that she was being abused. I'm not saying that. It's just whatever was playing with my mind that day had me believe that she was being abused and I needed to save her. And then I remember the police came. The police were called. I'm not sure who the police were called by. I can't remember who the police were called by, but they were called. I remember seeing the police and my sister and Nat actually speaking to the police officer. There might have been 2 officers. But anyway, so I would switch from these thoughts of they're trying to kill me, I need to get away, I need to rescue the children because they're being abused, and just really needing to get out of that place. It wasn't a safe place, okay? So there were times when I would actually walk away and I was brought back again. So, and this was ongoing. I don't know how long, because my awareness of time did not exist. It did not exist. But I remember trying to leave the flat and the area and then being brought back again, and then trying to outsmart my sister and my friends. You know, I would try and put on an act, like, you know, to just make them believe that I'm okay. I just want to leave now. I just need to go home. But really, I just want to get out of that area. And I had a place in mind that I actually wanted to get to. But I just felt like they're not letting me go. Oh my gosh. There's so much that took place. So much that took place. So I eventually got to get away. And I left barefoot. And they were following me in the car, my sister and my friend. And I remember they was like, get in the car. And I was like, no. And then they was like, at least put these shoes on then. And they chucked me some shoes and I picked them up and threw them in the bush. Oh my days. And it's so good that I can laugh about it now. And when we do bring it up, me, my friend and my sister, when we do, like, we can actually laugh about it now. But I'm telling you, the day was so distressing, like, for all of us, because obviously they're seeing me like basically be taken over by something that was trying to push them away from me. You know, these are my people, they love me, there's no way that they would try and hurt me. But whatever was taken over me had me believe that they were trying to kill me. So it was very distressing for all of us. And later on that night, I actually ended up in the back of a police van. because I became aggressive. I was throwing stones at them and swearing at them and telling them that I'm going to banish them if they don't move away from me. So I'm in the back of the police van and trying to get these handcuffs off me. I had handcuffs on and I felt like I had the power to get out of these handcuffs, and I'm there in the back of the van, my hands are behind my back, and I'm there trying, and I feel at one point that my hands were actually coming out. And I was cussing this one police officer because I just sensed, yo, you are evil, you know? If I saw that police officer today, I don't even know if I'd be able to recognize them. I don't even know. But I was just sensed that this police, she was a bad cop. She was a bad cop. And the other one, I felt like, you're good. Like, and looking into his eyes, I just felt like, you're like Jesus, you know? You're like Jesus. Like, your eyes, you just remind me of, not that I've ever looked into the eyes of Jesus, but, you know, I just sensed that he was a good cop, and this other one, she was a bad cop. So I'm in the mental institution now, known as Wootton Lawn in Gloucester. This is late at night now. I can't even tell, well, it might have been early hours in the morning. It may have been early hours in the morning. And so I was in the waiting room because they didn't have any beds. And I just remember being in that waiting room and I was shouting at the police officer, the one who I just felt was a bad cop. I was shouting at her. She's on the other side of the door because my door was locked. And boy, it was something else. It wasn't me. It was not me. It was not me. But whatever it was angry at this cop and telling them to bow down, bow to God, basically, bow down to the Most High. And boy, it's just weird. And I just felt like the other one as well, like the good cop is just come to my mind now, remembering how I felt like I was communicating with him, that we were telepathically communicating. Because I remember looking through the glass and I was telling him, like, you're a good guy, like, open up the door, let me out, you're a good guy. And I felt like he could hear what I was saying to him in my head. I just felt the look in his eyes told me that he knows, he's received the message. He knows. Even about the bad cop, like he knew that they was a bad cop. So it's just interesting, the things that take place, the way that the mind is influenced. You see how psychosis, it alters your reality. My reality was completely altered for those 24 hours. And to be honest, I still feel it affects me today. I still feel like it affects my reality today. It alters it today. And just certain beliefs that I have, you know. And I'm still praying for deliverance from everything that took place, the stronghold that I feel that event has on me still to this very day. I'm trusting God for my deliverance and my healing. So thankfully, they didn't have any rooms in Wootton Lawn. And I got transported to Chelmsford Mental Home, which to me was like a hotel. I'm telling you, it was beautiful. It felt like a nice little vacation. I remember just having this nice room with an ensuite. And I was like, damn, okay. Nice little break from being mum, do you know what I mean? Because I was tired and worn out. I wasn't ready for motherhood, you know. I was not ready for motherhood. I'm thankful for my children. They are the greatest blessings that the Most High could ever give to me. But I wasn't ready for motherhood. I wasn't ready, you know, the energy that it takes out of you. And I wasn't even looking after myself, you know, but I've got to look after these babies. My marriage had broken down. I just wasn't ready. I was not ready. So I'm in this mental home now, nearly 2 weeks, loving life. We had good food. We had activities that we can do, like painting, yoga, and making smoothies, how to prepare healthy vegan foods and all of that. It was beautiful. It was just what I needed, to be honest with you. It was just what I needed. But then my life changed again when I came out. When I came out was when I was faced with anxiety like I never knew could exist. Anxiety that I felt was going to kill me. I'm telling you, it was horrid. And it came in waves. And it's like I could sense when it was coming on again. Oh, girl, you know you left out a huge chunk from that video. I do find it very embarrassing, but I need to keep it real. So what do I feel like this is what I'm going to talk about? There was a guy in Gloucester, where I live, who I really felt was my twin flame. Met him and I felt such a strong connection. But now it felt like a horror movie that I was in and couldn't get out of. Calling on these angels because I just felt afraid and I was asking for protection, no shame. I just felt like I can do whatever I want. It doesn't matter. I'm just actually going to sit here and I'm just going to piss myself. So that's exactly what I did.